by Professor Mathu that he was awarded a doctorate degree earlier by Amity University. Well, they pipped IIT Indore to the post, but nevertheless, at least now, Indore has done it. I'm very happy with that, and I feel it an honor that I should have been called upon to give him the degree. Well, as far as the students are concerned, so far you have had a relatively carefree life. All the responsibilities you have to undertake, at least the undergraduates, the responsibilities you have to undertake were few and far between. In any case, most of them were taken care of by your parents. But now you embark on serious responsibility. And having been trained in an illustrious institution like this, your responsibility is the greater. Of course, the fact that you got in here already shows that you have worked for it. The JEE is a non-trivial exam, as everybody knows. And so you have proved your mettle in some sense. And after this degree, your responsibility really comes to force. It is much greater. Writing the JEE was a big responsibility, but afterwards, I'm sure that many of you would have enjoyed your undergraduate days here. It's, the atmosphere in the IITs is quite different from other colleges elsewhere. So I'm sure that many of you would have enjoyed. But now comes more serious business. You are embarking on your life's career. And most of you, I guess, are already fixed up on some career or other. I mean, you have had this campus recruitment and so on. And I find a large number of you have probably already got jobs and so on. But let me say one thing. That means that you are probably settled reasonably comfortably in terms of economic empowerment. But you have much greater responsibility simply because you have had greater opportunities than many of your compatriots of your age. Studying at an IIT is certainly a privilege which you have got, and it's reasonable for society to claim something back from you. And you are the people who can contribute to this slogan, Make in India. So far it has remained really a slogan. If it's be realized, you are the people on whom the country has to depend. See, as Dr. Piramal said, some of you should become entrepreneurs, and that will help Make in India, no doubt. But there is still one aspect which has to be covered. You know, technological innovations, actual down-to-earth technological innovations are far and few between in our country. We should have innovations like the steam engine in that period, you know, like the steam engine or the internal combustion engine, or later a series of inventions made by Thomas Alva Edison, for instance. That kind of technological innovations we have not yet seen from this country. We need technological innovations at that level, something which will change the very way of life. That's the kind of thing we need. That we don't see adequately yet. And it is you young people who are graduating from the IITs who should make that dream come true. Make in India will be really realized only if many of you people continue with technological study and research and innovation. You can do it simultaneously by being an entrepreneur, no doubt, but it's not everybody that can combine so many things. Edison was an example of a guy who was an entrepreneur as well as an inventor, a technological innovator. One hopes that the people among you who will be like Edison in this respect. And others who can confine themselves to technology but come up with innovative discoveries. This is the urgent need of the country, and it is people like you who can, at some point, who can push this agenda. And things are in general optimistic for you, but I must say that I must confess that I have a certain degree of pessimism about the general outlook in the world at large and in our country in particular. It looks to me that the world's 4 largest countries are all drifting towards some kind of, what's the word I want, the kind of intolerance in many respects. It's a political matter, but it seems to me that, look at United States, the largest country, of course, is China, then comes India, then US and Russia. In all these countries, there is a degree of chauvinistic nationalism, which is not good for our future. And this is something which you young people have to resist in the future. This is, again, a major responsibility on your shoulders. You have to spread, another responsibility which you have is to spread scientific temper among our population at large. And again, you are the best ambassadors for science in this matter. Unfortunately, our current atmosphere in this country is not conducive to the spread of scientific temper. You should have to fight against it. So in some sense, though your future, in some sense, economic future is assured, it's not clear that everything is hunky-dory. You have lots of responsibility on your shoulders. And I'm sure with your background, with your training, you can execute those responsibilities very, very well. And I wish you all the best in the future to do that. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir. The President of India medalist will now administer the pledge to all the degree recipients. All the degree recipients may please stand up and take the pledge.
I pledge on my honor that I shall discharge my duties of citizenship with integrity, uphold the ethics of my profession with tenacity, utilize my education and expertise to contribute to a sustainable, safe, inclusive and just future for all mankind.
I declare the 6th Convocation of IIT Indore closed.
The convocation ceremony will conclude with the national anthem. Please stand up and remain standing till the academic procession leaves this convocation hall. Thank you.
All are invited for the high tea in the adjacent building, please.